let's start off with yourself. Tell us a bit about your background.
I'm from Bangalore, India, basically. I started off in tech, pretty much building out video systems, set-top box, media streaming, and entirely the full stack engineer on video subsystem. And then I did a lot of sprints with a lot of top 500 companies as a product lead. Some of them were like Telstra, Intel, Sony, Apple, and Spotify. My last job was at Telstra building their video streaming architecture um, before I started GameFace. So that's my background.
Awesome. Okay. And we were just speaking off air that you've been working on GameFace for a while, and only recently in the last couple of years moved into the I guess the sports space.
Yeah.
How did the concept start a few years ago?
So the idea eventually the idea came about where there was so when a lot of people consume media nowadays, but they are all second screening and trying to find out more information about what they're watching. Uh, there is no easy way, and you have to do second screening. So with my background in video and machine learning, I thought there's a better way where you don't have to do second screening and just interact with the screen. So our first product was pretty much a Shazam for TV personalities. That was the first product,
Cool.
but that didn't get a lot of traction. So we pivoted to sports. Uh, so because we are a big, massive sports fans ourselves, so like when you're watching a live game, you want to know the stats of people, the players are involved, when was the last thing that happened, and so on. So like just make it a very slick interface to interact and get stats. So that was our pivot to sports. Of course, we don't do what we decided then, but it evolved since then. So we're slowly getting to know what the customer wants.
Yeah, nice. Okay. So you pivoted into sport. Was it late 2017?
Yep, late 2020, 2017. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. And as you said, like with every startup, there's always going to be some pivots along the way. Tell us about the evolution of the product in the last couple of years.
So 2017, when we first pivoted to sports, it was still primarily about getting the stats seamlessly on a live sporting video. But and then we built that product, showed it across to a few clients in Sydney, Australia, and then we learned that that was not really what they wanted. They're like, oh, as a sporting organization, most of our time is spent watching clips, cutting them, marking them, creating a playlist, sharing with the players, giving them feedback and all that, and that takes a majority of our workflow. And I
Yeah.
was like, that shouldn't be so difficult. We should be able to automate that, and that was our first validation from the client. And then as we learned more and more, we spoke more to the clients, different codes. Everybody does that in the industry today. So we took it up on ourselves to automate as much as possible by creating a platform which understands sports like you and me do, right? And it feels the same excitement like you and me watch. So that's the vision of the company, and that's
Yeah,
where we
nice.
started.
Awesome. Okay. And look, it's only been, I guess, a couple of years since you pivoted into sport. So can you tell us a little bit more about the core team? And I guess, we were just speaking off air that personally, I'm not technical at all, but I've got a good high level understanding. But, if someone is looking at your company, like from the tech point of view, what are the key resources that you need to, I guess, get where you are today?
One of the things which I feel blessed about is my team, because it's been really um, rare to get a combination of such expertise in a small team. We're a small team. We are primarily three core team members. I've got a background in video and large scale infrastructure. My co-founder has got a background in automation and machine learning. And then uh, the first other employer apart from the co-founders is also an expert in computer vision. So these three guys together have built some incredible tech, which has got massive traction so far.
Yeah, nice. Okay, it is. It's a pretty cool balance. And I think it's funny, like being based in Sydney, also myself. If you go out and try to hire people with this skill sets is going to be pretty expensive pretty quick. So you're quite lucky you've got all three of you together already.
Oh yeah, I count them as a blessings every day.
All right, cool. And what are some of the, I guess, biggest milestones that you've had in your journey so far?
So since we start pivoted to sports, our first big milestone was winning the best sports tech startup in Australia at the Analytics and Sports Conference in Melbourne in 2017. Uh,
Mhm.
Once we did that, we had an opportunity to work with Cricket Australia. We worked with them across 2 seasons in 2018 for Shield matches and under 17 one day matches. And then we got an opportunity to work with FIFA through Victoria University,
Wow.
which was another good achievement from 2017. And last year we made it to MIT Sloan as the best sports tech startup.
Wow.
So
Okay.
I think we're going strength to strength every year.
Right. Awesome. Because I did a little bit of quick research and I read about your 2017 stuff, but I didn't know about the MIT Sloan stuff. How was that as an experience?
I couldn't make it, but I would have definitely liked to make it. But it was really good from the feedback I got from the visitors out there. Was really really good.
Wow.
Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you'd like to check out more of our content, go to sporttechdaily.com or follow us on social media across Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, or Instagram.